I'm gonna officially fucking hang myself, dude. I just recorded a 30-minute fucking video for my mic to be muted. Fuck. Alright, so I'm gonna redo this. What up, guys? It's Wednesday, or it's Thursday. Unemployment claims came out today. Nvidia earnings came out yesterday. And I'll just tell you this. I did absolute dog shit in the market today. Got stopped out. I revenge traded. It was a fucking just terrible day for me. I just came back from my run. Took a shower. I haven't been able to run in a couple days, so it's kind of been... Usually, like, when I want to get off the charts, like I should have, I'll usually start to run, but my ankle's been killing me, so I kind of been taking it easy, but today I started running again. So yeah, you already know what time it is. Time to fucking recap. Let's fucking hit this shit. Alright. So. Let's fucking do this, alright? Alright. 1 for 4 on trades today. My rule is to not take more than 3 trades a day. And I fucked up. Okay, and I can admit that. As a trader, you should admit when you fuck up, you gotta look back at your executions and see where you could have went better. So, my first trade, I was looking for sells today too. Because Nvidia tanked, I thought the market would tank with it. That wasn't the case here. So, my first trade was this one. I entered a short position off this wick right here. I got the top perfectly. And it looked good. We got a reaction right away. This was a liquidity sweep, or an FVG fill. And I was looking for a sell-off so we could come back to pre-market lows. And then we could come back to Asia lows. I was very bearish today. That didn't fucking happen at all. We just completely, like, consolidated. Like, it was just a weird, choppy, disgusting day. For me, at least, because I look for the big 150, 200-point moves. And there was maybe one of them, which is this right here. 500. Yeah, which is only this one right here, which I didn't catch. Or this one. And I was looking for sells today, so it was just not my target. So I took this short. I sold one contract, so moved my stop loss to break even. It looked good, and then we just started bouncing at this area right here. This is this is the 1 minute after market opens. We just immediately zoom up. We start bouncing around here. I'm still holding, and then I just get stopped out. We come back down. We rally up to this point right here, which is actually one of our liquidity sweeps for up here. We come back up here, we rally this, we sweep it. Or just missed it, but we sweep close to it. At this point, I'm looking for sells again. So, market starts to come down. I'm waiting for these lows to get taken out so I could enter another short. So I see the market start to come down. It starts to take these lows out right here on this first candle. So I enter my short. I wait for the close, and I enter my short position on this candle right here. We get another push down, and then we swept the low, and we just didn't. I was looking for the pre-market lows. I was looking for Asia lows, and it just didn't happen. I got stopped out. Negative probably, I think like the 25-ish maybe, but I was looking for something like this, so it was a 1 to 4 ratio still. Got stopped out immediately. I was in that trade for like 2 minutes maybe, or like 3-4 minutes, and I got stopped out. So lost this trade, won this trade, only one contract, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? We swept these, we're rallying up, we're gonna sweep these highs and just fucking rocket. That's it. Just get the fucking seatbelt ready, we're rocketing. So, what do? I enter along in this chop. Set my stop loss to probably 20, I believe. We sweep this high, and I didn't exit any contracts. This is where I fucked up. I didn't exit any contracts. So, we sweep this high. And I knew there was going to be a little sell-off after, so I wasn't worried about it. Then we come back up, and this is the part where I'm like, all right, we're going to sweep this high and rally up to this 9729 area, which is my TP. my original TP, which is 100 points. We sweep this lower high right here, this liquidity sweep area, and we just fucking sell off again. And then I get stopped out, and I didn't sell a contract, so I didn't move my stop loss to break even, so I took a loss here. So keep in mind, we took a loss here, we took a loss here, but we took a win here, only +1 contract. So I'm very much down for the day. And this is the part where I fucked up. Yeah, okay, it is my fault. I should have, and it sucks because I can't really run right now because my ankle is killing me. Usually what I would do is, if it's something like this, I'll walk away and I'll go run. And then come back and, it's an hour and a half later and market's already closing and shit, and I'm just not going to enter trades. But I didn't step away because I can't run, so I just kept looking at the charts, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a good fucking short here. Let's enter a short off here. Right here off this FVG on the 1 minute. We're going to enter this short and see what happens. and I get fucking swept out again. And I was looking for something like this maybe, and I get swept out again. Another L trade, so 1 for 4 today. Only sold 1 contract for +50. Only 1 contract for +50. This could have all been eliminated. Especially this trade. This is a sloppy fucking trade. I should have never took this trade. I should have just walked away and just kept my mind occupied with something else. Blew the $1,000 daily limit. Not on my Express, but on one of my other accounts, on my Combine account that I have to pass. And I was close to passing, too. I was only probably like $500 away. But now we're down to $1,500, but it's alright. This is why we need to walk away. It's simple as that. And a lot of people won't show you, like... A lot of people will show you the wins, like the big wins. Like, oh, dude, I fucking caught this long right here. They won't show you the shit they traded after. They won't show you what they traded before. They might break even for the day. But they won't show you your losses. Me, I don't give a fuck. Because I'm just trying to get better, and I know I need to admit it to myself that I take losses, and so does everybody else. So I definitely look back and I back test. Poor trade right here. Terrible trade. This wasn't a bad trade. I should have took my +50, and I moved my stop loss to break even. That would have made me 2 for 4 today. +100. Instead of 1 for 4 +50. So, and then, but see, if I took this trade right here, if I took this trade, I wouldn't have taken another trade. So I would have been 2 for 3 with +100 on 2 contracts. So I'd have been up 400. I mean, I would have took a loss here, which was, I would have took this loss, which was a 20-point loss. I mean, I would have been up like, probably like $200 or something like that. But that's what I'm saying is you need to learn how to walk away, like, walk or take profit, right? But the problem with me is I look for those big 100-point moves, and I was fairly confident if we swept this high again, we were going to push higher. That was what I was seeing in the market, and it just didn't happen. This was just a stupid trade. I should have never took this trade. I should have just walked away. This trade was alright. This wasn't a bad trade. I ran a tight SL. I think it was a decent trade. It could have played out, and definitely we swept these lows, but market faked me out, pushed up, swept these highs, came back, swept these highs, and then I got stopped out. But yeah, other than that, that's my recap for the trade. So I went red day today, but we went green Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we definitely made up. But we took a big loss today. We have to learn how to apply risk management properly, walk away, and take small losses. Big wins, small losses. That's the matter of the game. It doesn't matter what strategy you trade. It's all about risk management. If you could walk away and, whether you trade ICT, whether you trade patterns, whatever the fuck you trade, SMT, whatever the fuck you trade, if you could apply risk management to any of those trading strategies, you will win in the market. But a lot of people don't understand that. So today, 1 for 4 +50 on 1 contract. If we stuck to our rules and we implied discipline, we would have been 2 for 3 +100 on 2 contracts. But that didn't happen, so it's alright. Tomorrow's a new day. Time to fucking, level up. Let's fucking do this. As for the daily, I was looking for a pullback today, just because this looks so bearish to me. It looks like we want to come down lower here. Nvidia dumped as well too, so I thought the market would pull back with Nvidia. I was just wrong. The only time you should really be wrong is when your daily bias is wrong. I mean, it would make sense if Nvidia pulls back, the market pulls back with it, but that just didn't happen. But the next big factor for me deciding if I'm going to trade or not tomorrow is if we close above this candle. That's confirmation longs for me on this daily. If we don't close above it, I'm still bearish. And I'm looking for pullbacks in the market. And I'm looking for pullbacks in the market. So, other than that, that's my NQ recap. Now, we're actually going to do some fun shit. Because not a lot of people day trade, but there's some people who trade options, who like trading equity, and kind of just want to know a little bit about that. So I'm going to go into that. So just to show you, negative 1,000. I don't give a fuck. These are my trades right here. And now we're going to go to, here. Alright. So let's talk about stocks. Alright. First stock I want to go over is going to be Tesla. Alright. Let's clear all drawings. I'm very bullish on Tesla overall. I think we have a lot of room for Tesla to grow. Something I really want to talk about is equity. A lot of people believe in that get-rich-quick scheme bullshit. Dude, shit's not real. It happens to some people, don't get me wrong. But most of the time, that's not how it plays out for everybody. Now, there's two ways you could get rich. Either rich when you're young, open a business, whatever it is, whatever you do. The second time is when you're older, when you retire. Roth IRA, 401ks, traditional IRAs. Those are great. You should have a plan B, especially if you're young, if you're in your 20s. If you start a Roth IRA and you put $10,000 into it, that money doubles every year on doubles every 6 years on a 12% return. You'll have over $2 million when you retire. 59.5, if you didn't know that. Look into it. If you have any questions about it, you can ask me. That's called the Rule of 72, by the way. But let's talk about ownership of stocks. When you should be buying, and a very important concept that you should know. If you do not know what DCA means, it stands for dollar cost averaging. Okay, now what that means in simple terms is every day you're buying a stock, a certain amount every single day, whether it's green, whether it's red. But, right, that's simple DCAing. And then there's something that I like to do, which is my own form of DCA, which I find that works better for return rates. And I've been doing this for about 8 years now, so there's some track record to it. So what I do is when I'm DCAing into a stock, I don't want to buy at the top up here, me personally. I don't want to buy these tops. I want to buy these bottoms over here. I want to buy all these bottoms. So, if the market is tanking very bad, like it did on August 5th, this would have been a great time to start DCAing into Tesla. Now, when Tesla rallied up to 227, you cut your DCA off. Shut it off. Move on to the next stock. Shut it off. We don't want to buy up here. We want to buy the lows. If we could buy these lows, let's say it comes down here again. If you don't know this pattern, you're completely wrong. But this is called the dick and balls pattern, alright? Now what happens, right, is when it forms this, right, market's going to come down here. We're going to play some candles here. You start DCAing right here. And we're going to rally back up into the exit area, okay? This doesn't mean, I'm just fucking around. This doesn't mean exit your position, but, You're going to start DCAing in these areas where the market's low, okay? You want to DCA in these areas. And then you cut your DCAing off when market starts to rally back up. I find this great for significant returns with percentages. I'm going to go over my percentages right now just to show you how good DCAing can be when you do it this way. So, for example, Tesla, my average cost is 164 on Tesla. Let me just remove these drawings real quick. 164 on Tesla. 164, and I started buying around here. So my average cost on Tesla is 164. You don't need a stop loss because this is equity, so it's a little different. So overall, my return right now on Tesla is, give me a second, is 28%. Oh, that's why it's a little wrong. It's 28% or 29%, whatever it is. But keep in mind, when I'm DCAing, right, I started my DCA like over in this area. When I start DCAing and I see the market start to rally, I cut off my DCA. Okay, so this whole area, I wasn't DCAing into. Market starts to chop a little bit, come down. I might have turned my DCA on a little bit up here. I see rally. I see market start to pull back, come back up a little bit. I shut it off. Market takes a red, or Tesla takes a red turn. I turn on my DCA again in this area. Now it's back on. Tesla starts to rally again. What do? I shut off my DCA. Tesla pulls back. I haven't turned it on yet. I turned it on August 5th, though. August 5th, I bought a bunch of stocks, equity. I shut it off after August 5th. And market's starting to rally back up again. I shut it off. This is how, like, a proper way to DCA. Don't get me wrong. If you just want to be, like, kind of lazy and not really stare at charts, keep DCA on the whole time. Nothing wrong with that. You're still going to make money that way. You're still going to have a good return. But I'm going to have a better return than you, I guarantee it. It's time in the market over timing in the market. But if you could add a little bit of both, you'll get a better return rate. So right now, my overview on Tesla, very bullish, very bullish. We have to keep in mind that NVIDIA is playing a big factor in this market right now. My target price for Tesla in the my target price for the end of September would be 270. I think Tesla can easily smoke through this. We hit 270. I mean, we hit 270 in like 7 days. I think this is very doable for Tesla. It's looking very bullish here. I don't see any reason to retest this 180 area again. I do believe we could come down to the 200 area. If we do come down to the 200 area, you know what you're going to do? You're going to turn your DCAing on if you like Tesla. Okay? 200 area, turn your DCAing on. This is not financial advice. Keep this in mind. All right, next stock we are going to be talking about is... Let's go Microsoft. All right, I like Microsoft. I drew it out a little bit already. We're going to remove drawings real quick. All right, so I just got into Microsoft recently because Microsoft has just been on a big rally. I wasn't really looking at it during the red market. I was more into crypto at the time just because I saw more potential and I didn't have enough capital to split up so much into stocks and crypto, so I went crypto kind of mostly, and then I did a little bit of stocks. But all right, so I like Microsoft at this 400 area. This area is so good right here. I love if Microsoft comes back down into this 400 area, I will turn on my DCAing again. Not to mention, I think calls are great in this 400 area for a pushback to all-time highs in September. I'm looking at all-time highs in September for every single stock almost. Like the big market cap stocks. I think NVIDIA will hit all-time highs September in the first week, maybe second week. But I'm very bullish. So here we go, this 400 area. Turn on your DCA. DCA on. Not financial advice. I would start buying in this 400 area, me, myself. Alright, to go eat real quick. My food came. It's fucking starving. Alright, Microsoft I went over already. Let's go over, I think we can do Nike, because I love Nike. Let's clear this out. I think Nike's making some big moves. Everybody's quiet about Nike. They're not really talking about it. So let's fucking talk about Nike. Let's go on the week chart. Alright, so Nike had a crazy sell-off from 100 down to 75, down to the bottom of 69. I got into Nike at around 74 and started DCAing, just like we've been talking about. DCAing. 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 I haven't DCA'd here, DCA'd here. I was waiting for a pullback, but this is the level I'm looking at. Look, guys, it's not hard to see this, right? And look what happens when price reacts off this level. Rally up, stopped out, come back down, boom, we hit this level, DCA, we rally up, cut DCA off, and look at this, guys. Look, look, look. Wow. Amazing, right? And you were DCAing at these bottoms. So now, I'm DCAing. I cut it off, probably anything over $80 is a little bit too much for me, just because I'm in at such a good price. Like, I'm in at the 72s, 72 area here. I'll tell you my average price right now. Give me 1 second. I just got to log into my account. Not to mention, I also have Nike calls as well, too. My average cost is $73.46. And my return right now is 14%, and that's from here. I also have a call too at that price around. So I mean, and I'm looking at this 100 mark like all day long. I don't see no reason why it shouldn't hit it. Every time it hits this line, it just liquidity sweep area here. It just bounces back up. But I shut my DCA off. If it pulls back down to here, I'm gonna turn my DCA back on, just like we talked about before, guys. The same strategy, okay? It's going to come here, we're going to DCA, and then we're going to shut the DCA off when price starts to rally back up. TP 100, if we break through 100, we're going to look at this 123. If we break through 123, 131, 139, 151, gap fill, right here, gap fill. And then all-time highs. I don't see this being a short-term play. Nike does move slow, but it trends slowly to the right side, or trends slowly to the other side. Not a lot of volume is flowing in compared to the other stocks, but I still think it's great. If you're rushing to like get into something, Nike isn't a bad call. Nike isn't really a bad call. I mean, we're still at 83. I mean, if you get in at 83, you know, and you cut off your DCAing at like 90, you know, or cut off your DCAing at like 85, this top area over here, and just see what it can do for the next couple days. Because look, it likes to trend like this for the most part. It trends like this. So maybe during this area, this phase right here, we're just going to be like this. Just bouncing in this 82, 83 area until their next leg up, which will be here. Do the same thing. Up. And then you cut your DC off. Very bullish on Nike. I think we're going to finish this gap September. I think we'll clear through this gap, push to the 100 September. That's target price for Nike is $100 in September. What else are we looking at? We are looking at, let's go Meta. Meta. All right. Everybody's talking about this stock. AI leader as well as NVIDIA. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm staying away from Meta. I bought August 5th, just like I did with every stock. Right here, I bought 450. Good area to buy. But even like this area right here, like it's a good area to buy, but I mean, this is almost like kind of buying the top. Do you really want a DCA in this area? Not really. If it comes to this area, sure. But I would expect, if you want a confident DCA, like, I don't know, man, like, maybe this 360 area, like, I want us to fill this gap right here on the daily. maybe this 400 area, anywhere here. I don't know. I mean, it's a little like, you know, you're kind of playing with the top, but I'm not really going to point you in the right direction here. I don't know. If you want a DCA here, it's not a bad idea, but I think you could have a better buying opportunity. But I think there's better stocks that you can DCA into. With that being said, that's kind of meta right now. Outlook for this, I mean, all-time high, we just hit it, which is the 544. I don't know. Can we go 600 September? We'll lock that price. 600 September. I like that. But yeah, look, I mean, you know, I would love a pullback to this 387 area too. On the weekly. I think this would be a great area for DCAing, and then just DCA down if it does dip down. But this area right here, this is a money zone. This area right here is a money zone for buys. Calls, even calls here, are pretty nice too. Look at this rejection, this wick, nasty wick up from this area right here. Yeah, that's my meta outlook. Next stock we'll be talking about is Apple. Let's dig into Apple, guys. All right. So, I haven't even touched this chart yet, but I had this level marked out to start DCAing, which is this 196 area. Sure enough, August 5th, it hit 196. And what do? We turn DCA on. I like this area. I like this 196 area. I think it's a good area. I think we could get better. You know, but I'll DCA down if I have to. It would be nice to test this area right here. This 164. This would be, oh my, I would slam dollar cost averaging on this 164 if we ever came down here. Easily 2x your money in a couple months with something like this if it hits this line right here. Right now, personally, I think it's best to stay away from Apple. Calls, puts, or anything. I mean, we are coming, like, look at this. We're coming back to all-time highs. We don't really know what's going to happen here. We don't know if we're just going to wick it. We don't know if we're going to smoke pass through it. We're not sure. So why play around with it when there's other stocks? There's so many stocks out there, guys. You don't have to stick to these main ones, okay? Look for an opportunity in the market where it presents itself, okay? Or be patient. Wait for a pullback. Start buying. Start doing calls. But, I mean, puts I don't really recommend in this market. We're in a strong bull market. It's election year. I wouldn't be doing puts on anything. Straight calls on everything, in my opinion. You know, month out, 2 months out, I think you're good. That's my Apple outlook. Price prediction, I guess, for September. I would like to see it clear the 250 range. The 250 range would be nice. I don't think it's going to have a great rally up, but I think it's going to be slow and steady. Something like this, maybe. Just slow and steady like this. You know. And then, boom, 250. Sell off at 250 maybe, and then we come down to this area. That's kind of my price prediction. And then something like this, hopefully, and then we can start DCAing down into this area again. DCA down here. Next stock, let's talk about Google. Let's talk about Google, right? I feel like nobody's talking about Google, and it should be talked about. Okay? Google really hasn't recovered from that August 5th crash. Do we see lower lows on Google coming in? Is this a possibility? Google doesn't look very bullish to me. Google looks like it wants to come down. It wants to recontest this gap area right here, this 140 area. With that being said, I have put my DCA on for Google during this point. I shut it off over here. I'm waiting for this area to get hit again so I can start DCAing. I think Google's more than capable coming down to this 156 area and just chilling here. I think it even comes lower to this 147 area. This is probably the only stock that, like, puts would make sense on. If you look at everything else, you know, everything else has rallied back up after August 5th. But Google kind of just, Like, Google has only increased by, like, 8%. Yeah, 8% since the August 5th, quote-unquote, crash. And it's having a lot of red days. Very bearish on Google. This is kind of the stock that would make the most sense to do puts on. Like, even this, look. Great opportunity for buying this area. If it comes back down to this area again, start DCAing. Like, anything in this 160 range, start DC. Even if you wanted to start DCAing here in case we don't come back down this low, because we could potentially go long right here at this 163 area. If you want to start DCAing now, lightly DCA, and then increase heavily as we come down, you can start. Yeah, Tesla looks good. I mean, Google looks good for DCAing into, in my opinion. I don't think it's a bad call to DCA into it now. I mean, puts don't look bad either. It looks very bearish in my opinion. Like this, just all liquidity being swept up here. It looks like it just wants to come down, to be honest with you. Break a structure to the downside right there, and we're going to close down below it again. Yeah, it looks... I mean, this just looks like it's ready to fall. Google looks like it's ready to fall. Yeah, I think DCAing here is not a bad idea. Go light. And if we hit this 147 area, I'll DCA heavy. I'll tell you that right now. I'll DCA very heavy into Google if we hit this 147 area. That's Google's outlook. Price prediction. Price prediction for this. I'm actually going to go September. I think we're going to see Google in the 150 area. Bearish on Google. 150 Google. Yeah, we could go with that. I like that. Yeah, 150 area for Google on September. Let's go NVIDIA. I'll save the best for last. Alright. What the fuck is going on with NVIDIA? Earnings were good. What's going on? Why is this happening? I don't know. Maybe the stock's overbought. Whales are trying to manipulate the price to get people to sell out. But we're down 4% today. It's in this downtrend right here. Like, clearly we can see it's in a downtrend. Clearly we can see it's in a downtrend. It's just in a channel that's downtrending right now. We haven't broke out of it. I don't really use trend lines. But it's in a downtrend. Definitely. I mean, you could just look at it. It just looks like it's trending down, especially after this day. I mean, it's going to close very bearish to it. Before it was going to close doji, which was a little bit more confident on we don't know where we're going, but NVIDIA looks like it's about to free fall. I DCA'd into it August 5th at 90. That's where I'll be DCing again. I think this area is not bad right here to DCA. This whole gap right here. This $100 to $90 range. Great area to start buying here. Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's NVIDIA. It's the leading of the AI. I think this is a fake out. I think this is just going to be a bear trap here. A lot of people are going to be entering puts. Market makers are just going to fucking pump this up. All-time highs September for NVIDIA. That's my opinion. I think this is just fake. I don't believe in this. I think it's fake. I think it's just a bear trap. And they're just going to get stuck in there, putting, and they're just going to lose all their money. That's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's all I got for today. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you have any questions about, like Roth IRAs, etc., stuff like that, or if you have any questions about individual stocks that you want me to learn, that you want me to go into detail on, you could just comment below or DM me. And I'll go over whatever you want me to. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a nice Thursday. And let's see how the market looks Friday, because, you know, I might not trade Friday. Depending how NQ closes, yeah, it doesn't, I mean, I'm probably going to go sells on NQ. We just keep coming to this area up here and we just keep getting smacked. We've just got smacked so many times. I know. That's crazy, man. Because I had the right game plan, boys. I had the right game plan. We caught the sell, but it looks like they just want, like, you can't make this up. I had the sell. I wanted to target the pre-market lows here, and sure enough, it looks like at 2:30 they wanted to do this. And maybe we go to Asia lows here. Wow. Insane. Fat dump. Yeah, that's right. Fat dump here. Yeah, I mean, that's it, guys. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy, guys. Later.